just can't catch a break. I mean, this is just an absolute nightmare.
We get one more leak out of this car, we're gonna do something with this car that you guys will not want us to do. Alright, so before this video gets started, guys, I do want to mention that this giveaway ends tonight at midnight. Those two suckers plus 50 grand in cash. And we want to end this giveaway with a bang. So we are going to throw in this 2025 Ford Bronco Raptor right here. So today only are you going to be able to get entered for both of these giveaways right here. So you can purchase anything on goonzquad.com and you might win this or you might win that right there. This does come with 20 grand in cash as well right here. And this is a super short giveaway, basically an overlapping giveaway. And this one ends on the 21st. This thing is a freaking unit right here. We'll give you guys some more details towards the end of this video. But anyways, let's get into the video. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are planning on wrapping this R8 project up for good. And as you guys seen, we previously replaced the motor mounts and that required the whole entire motor to get popped out. So we decided, let's bring this sucker back to life in style, and we powder coated a bunch of stuff. This thing is looking absolutely just beautiful with that neon green on it right there. But we did run into a few issues that did slow us down. We had the incorrect headers that slowed us down a couple days, but you know what? We took care of that. And also we installed this intake manifold, and we found out once we started the car that there's a leak underneath that thing, which that thing is not easy to just pop in and out. So we're gonna knock out the hardest things first. We're gonna take care of that leak that we found, and then we're just gonna try to install the rest of our aftermarket stuff. We got a roll cage, we got some stuff for the exterior. We're gonna just throw this thing together because we want this thing to be finished up so we can rip this sucker around. 1200 horsepower. This thing is a unit. So let's go ahead, figure out our intake manifold leak, and let's just move from there. Same exact spot, but just on the opposite end.
Dude, that sucks, man.
What? Man,
we should have just replaced them lines, honestly.
Yeah, we need to replace all the lines and also all the clamps. Maybe even upgrade the fuel rails. You know what I mean?
Honestly, because I mean, first of all, we couldn't get E85 lines because E85 is completely different. We tried getting some today, so we just doubled up on some clamps. That side's good now. Now this side, which this side was good. We felt it. So maybe they're just forming so much PSI because we got upgraded, you know, fuel pumps and stuff like that, that they're just busting. And we were like doing research, and that's kind of why a lot of Lambo and Huracan fires happen, is because a lot of people do not upgrade the fuel rails, and they're apparently a bad design for big boost, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, when you're increasing that PSI, dude, and when you're running E85, E85 kind of likes to eat some lines, I believe so.
Yeah, especially if your car's sitting, which this one sat for a while, it'll corrode lines. So that's one of the main reasons as well. But the fuel rail is probably something that we're about to probably overnight, because we got to pop this off once again, dude. That was a lot of work right there.
Yeah, but now, dude, hey, it's like clockwork.
What do they say? Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm. Definitely last time this thing's coming off. But
it sucks, but
time to order some more parts.
Let's order some parts. Let's pop it back off.
it is time to move on to some other things while we wait on the parts to arrive for this R8. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this interior and work on getting this roll cage installed. So we popped out the seats, popped out some other trim here and there, and it was time to test fit this sucker right here. Looking beautiful, but another hiccup. This roll cage will not work. We're gonna talk about why a little bit later on in this video. Man, that thing looks good. All right, so we removed the intake manifold for the last and final time, hopefully, and we went ahead and overnighted, upgraded fuel rails and the E85 compatible lines. That stuff should be in tomorrow morning, and we'll fire the sucker up once again, and then we can add our new tune that shoots some flames. So I'm excited about that. Also, what we got on here is some pretty nice stock silver Huracan wheels just for right now, while our other wheels are getting powder coated. We're going with the high gloss black just to give it that Batmobile look. That's what we're going for, even though the silver looks pretty dang good, but I think the high gloss is gonna be the way to go. But anyways, right now we're moving on to completing some other things. We got this door jamb that we gotta put together. So first thing we gotta do is paint this little trim piece right here. And also we gotta widen this duct right here. So we do got some aftermarket wider scoops right here. So we gotta widen this sucker a little bit, then we can install it. And then we can put that door sill in right there. And this will be done, and then also we are gonna put on that front bumper as well. And then all we will have to focus on is just the back end. So let's go ahead and get to painting.
This thing is finally looking good up front after throwing the bumper back on. And dude, I almost forgot how good these newer style front ends are on these R8s. I mean, that's the last body style they make, and I believe that's the last R8s they make. They don't make them anymore, dude.
I think so, dude. They're going electric now or something.
Maybe they'll come back with like a hybrid 4-banger or something like that. But anyways, that's complete right there. And this thing definitely needs a wash, guys. We know that. It's gonna get completely scrubbed down once we get it all finished up. No more leaks or anything like that. And we went ahead and threw together this entire door sill area. That's that painted piece right there. Threw it on the carbon door sill, all buttoned up. That vent all connected. It's all proper now. It's amazing. And crazy thing is, that door sill right there says R8. It's supposed to say Decennium on there, but you can't get them anywhere. We even called the dealer to make like a custom order. They do not sell that whatsoever. They only made 222, I believe, of these things, and we're gonna have to wait for another one to possibly wreck for some parts.
Dude, I looked all over the place. When we first got this thing, we were scouring the whole internet and not find that. It's crazy how the dealer won't even sell it, dude.
You can't, man. That is insane. But good thing is, when you open the doors, it illuminates on the floor. Decennium tells you all that good stuff. So that's a plus right there. But now, guys, we can finish up this build. I mean, we got our fuel rails. We got our upgraded high-pressure fuel line. This ain't that weak stuff that kept popping off on us. So I think we're going to do it this time. I think we're going to throw it all together, put it on the car, and we should finally get this thing running properly for the first time. Guys, so we just can't catch a break. I mean, this is just an absolute nightmare. First off, we take off the original fuel rails to replace it with these beautiful billet aluminum ones, upgraded ones, all that good stuff. and we go to place them on there, and then we noticed a few odd things. So first of all, these are OEM right here, and then we started noticing that somebody actually customized these. So I believe when B-Rogue built the twin turbo system, they just customized the OEM fuel rail because they put an AN fitting, AN line and everything on here, which this is original. So they just cut a hole, welded that on there, and then they added these two lines right here. So they cut the original fuel rail and welded in some extra fittings to install these lines. And all these lines do is pretty much just tap into this fuel line right here, and this fuel system just connects to a fuel rail. So
just recirculates, dude.
It's kind of a weird design. I'm really not understanding it, and I don't think anybody else does this. I'm not even sure if they even do this anymore, because it's kind of a flaw, because it will just, if you can catch more leaks in your system,
exactly,
you know, which is dangerous. You want to minimize the amount of fittings and the amount of lines to your fuel rails at all costs, you know, because that's, you don't want to leak.
Yeah, but there must be a reason why they did it like that. I mean, they spent a lot of time just modifying these,
welding
you know?
it. They did a really good job. I mean, it looks original. You know, I thought that was all original, but we were thinking about just going ahead and getting rid of that line system and throwing those on there. But they might have tuned the car, or the car probably is designed, whoever designed it, to run with these. So I guess we're just gonna leave them. I don't know what else to do at this point, you know.
Dude, I know, because there's no way to modify these to actually work, because we need 2 extra fittings, I believe, for those lines.
There is connections right here, and we could install some
fittings?
AN fittings there, but they run right behind these vacuum lines. So you can, I mean, there's honestly no way to do it.
No way.
No way at all.
So right now, we're going back to originals.
Customized original, and then we put extra, these are new lines already. We put double the fittings on each of those just to be cautious. And I guess we're gonna throw this back on there, and fingers crossed, no more.
Dude,
no more. You know
if we get one more leak out of this car, we're gonna do something with this car that you guys will not want us to do, and that's take it to the scrapyard. No, I'm just kidding.
Drop it
we'll
off.
Take it to an auction site, and you guys can buy it from us.
For real. But I think this got it. You know what I mean?
I think so. Honestly, I feel like we're going to get it.
If it doesn't, then we may end up just throwing those on there and getting rid of whatever that is right there, and just call it a day. The connection that goes to the sensor.
What the heck, dude? Why does it keep moving around?
I told you we should have replaced all those lines. You know, that's the issue. I think all those lines went bad.
Dude, this is horrible.
Send this thing to the scrapyard.
No, we got it.
Yeah.
One more
Come on
time.
now, David.
One more time.
We're not giving up that easy.
Golly.
We don't give up that easy, honestly. We don't ever give up. That's one thing we don't ever do. We won't give up till this thing is right. I can take this thing off in about 5 minutes.
Dude, now,
time me.
It ain't nothing. We can get it off easily. I say, gotta do what we gotta do.
So good thing we don't have a leak on those ends over there.
Yeah, and it's just those lines. I guess since these lines are good now, it's creating higher pressure, so it's gonna shoot pressure wherever it's weak. That. body up.
Bring in the laptop. Yes, sir. It worked. Yeah, it was fire.
Just don't catch it on fire, right?
Yeah, I got you, man. We're making sure there's no fuel leaks or anything.
My pleasure, sir. You let me know if you need anything else. I'm gonna call away.
Alrighty. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. See ya. He said just don't catch it on fire.
That's just part of
That's
it.
crazy though. One of their cars caught on fire and then everybody kind of started hating.
Hey, that's part of it. I mean, dude, you know how much twin turbo Lambos and R8s are burnt on auction all the time?
So many. I mean, but you know how many different things could go wrong? Just one little clamp could be loose.
I know. You see all those clamps that we had to go through?
Dude, let's do that again.
Dude, let's do it. All right, so we finally stopped all the leaks, guys, and Sheepy Race threw on a brand new flame tune on this thing, and this thing just runs amazing. Shoots the fireballs that we wanted. They're gonna be bigger once this thing actually gets an operating temperature, like you go on the road. On the road, they're gonna be insane.
They're already so huge, but dude, I can't imagine. They're probably gonna be like 10 foot out, man.
Saying, dude, I mean, this thing is just sick right now. I
Heck
cannot
yeah.
wait to get this thing on the roads. But right now, we can go ahead and officially put this thing back together. This entire rear end, our brand new carbon diffuser. Then I believe our wheels are gonna be ready at powder coat, and we can throw those suckers on, throw the inner fenders on, and then we're just gonna pull this sucker outside and finally give this thing a wash that it needs.
Alright guys, so finally, after years of this sucker sitting, we finally got it outside, driving on its own power, no bad motor mounts, no fuel leaks. We got that rear diffuser on. Dude, that thing definitely made this rear end just look so much more aggressive. Love that right there. Got the wheels on. Look at these wheels right here with the new decals. I love the look that we went for here, dude.
Dude, it looks so much better, dude. I guarantee, man, if you had the other car right beside this one will look way better.
100% front end is looking amazing as well. We're gonna go ahead and give this thing a full entire clean from the inside to the outside. We got the seats out of there. We'll talk about why we went ahead and took those seats out. Of course, it's a roll cage situation, so we'll talk about that after this sucker is cleaned up. Let's show you guys the engine bay as well right quick. Got all the trim in there. Dude, that color pops with all that trim, all that carbon fiber in there. It's a sick car, man. I'm excited to see what this thing's about, man.
100%, man.
But hey, let's go ahead, pressure wash it, clean it up, and pull it back inside. So this thing absolutely cleaned up. Look at that thing right there, dude. That looks so sick. Look at the engine bay looking nice and shiny. All that carbon fiber. Dude, this thing.
Look at the cage.
All the cage.
Dude.
Yep, we're about to talk about exactly what happened with that cage. But I mean, the exterior is just mint, dude.
The turbos and all, dude.
Sick. We got the whole exterior cleaned up. We got the whole interior cleaned up. Front end looking amazing as well. And as for the front end, right here, the hood is just not shut because we got to get a brand new battery. So don't think that the gaps are off.
Yeah,
You just are not shutting it right now. Yeah, we're gonna get a new battery, then we can shut it because it'll lock us out. But anyways, interior looking mint as well with that brand new roll cage right there. So let's quickly go over what's going on with our roll cage situation. So we got a roll cage there, and we got a roll cage here. So we actually ended up ordering the incorrect roll cage. This was for a Huracan, so it's literally just a couple millimeters off where the points mount right there, but it just won't work. So we ended up overnighting one, powder coating it. That really set us back a couple of days. Really sucked, man. Just this whole R8 has been a lot of delays and a lot of issues, but hey, we finally got it figured out. It's looking sick, dude.
It's looking sick, and it's pretty much done, dude. It is 100% done. All we need is just test it out.
That's right. That's why we got this right here, the biggest fire extinguisher we could possibly find, just in case.
We need a mount in there for a fire extinguisher.
Dude, that would be perfect, yeah, on that cage maybe.
Yeah.
Dude, because you never know with this type of power right here.
With those type of fuel lines.
With big power comes big responsibility.
Big problems.
Big problems. So let's go ahead and I guess hit for the streets, man. 1,200 horsepower. Honestly, I've been thinking about it. I was like, dude, what if we turn the power down a little bit just to protect that transmission? I know that sounds kind of funny.
Or just put your foot, release your foot a little bit off the
I guess, yeah, don't switch super hard from first to second. That's one thing.
One thing, yeah.
I think it can handle 1,200 horsepower. Dude, never mind. I take that back. We want to turn it up, actually, dude. I feel like you'll get used to it after a little bit.
Dang, I almost forgot. I haven't drove a car with carbon ceramic brakes in a while.
You gotta warm them suckers up. Dude.
They are sketchy.
This thing is quick. It did kind of shift a little hard right there, dude. What was that?
I don't know.
Second to third?
Yeah.
But hey, dude, this thing rips. I wonder if you can do rollers and flames.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
There we go.
Gotta do it again. That's crazy, dude.
That sounds so good.
Sounds so insane,
Good thing we
man.
got the fire extinguisher because
Heck yeah. Ready to go.
they told us, don't burn it down.
Alrighty guys, so the R8 is just absolutely insane. It's officially finished up. This thing can now be enjoyed. I mean, we just now enjoyed it, shooting some massive flame balls. But hey, now we can just enjoy it kind of off camera, have some fun with this car, and just, you know, not have it sitting around anymore. This thing is definitely one of our most beautiful cars. I just love how this thing turned out, and I'm just super pumped that we finally got it off that lift. You know what I mean?
It's back and it's better than ever, dude.
Heck yeah. But also, guys, as we wrap this video up, I want to kind of briefly go over the Porsche. So we got a ton of parts all over the place just for this Porsche. I mean, the garage is a huge mess, but that's just part of it. You know, you got to collect all these parts. But that's probably going to be the next video right there, or it might be the Senna. Either one is going to be absolutely insane. But before we wrap this video up, guys, it's time to hop outside and show you guys the details of that Ford Bronco Raptor. All right, so what we got here is a 2025 Ford Bronco Raptor, guys. This thing is pretty freaking sick. Honestly, I didn't think it was this sick, but once we got it here and we've
sick.
seen everything about it, dude, it's awesome. Yeah, I guess it's got vented fenders right there, dude.
Vented fenders, wider flares, because I believe this has like the Ford Raptor 150 axles underneath this thing, which is just insane. Dude. This thing is insane. Got the Raptor
Suspension.
I mean, this
Shocks,
is a Raptor.
everything.
This thing has like pretty much what the Ford Raptor truck has on a Bronco, which is just super cool.
Yep, and it's got like that louvered or whatever you call that, like that detail in that hood right there.
Dude, that's so
Let me
sick.
pop this hood right quick. Let's show you guys what we're working with up in there, dude. I think there's a bigger turbo than the Bronco that we have, or this is a bigger motor as well.
Yeah, bigger motor. It says Garrett right on the turbo right there, man. That is just awesome. Ford performance.
Look at that.
It's a beast, dude.
And let me tell you, dude, this thing has got some power, dude.
And
Tons of power.
and comfort, dude. Have you seen that interior? That interior.
Honestly,
wow, dude.
the interior is probably the most important thing. Of course, you got wider fender flares, got these nice side steps. Look at them seats right there, dude.
This thing is insane. Look, that's like the Raptor R seats right there in a Bronco. Love the red everywhere. The big screen. It's just insane, dude. This is a cool looking SUV, dude.
Dude, this thing has got so many features too. Like, it's got tons of off-road capabilities. It's got all like the switches,
Got
4
your-
high, 4 low.
Got your GOAT modes right there.
And look at this. It's got like all your front axle locks, rear axle locks, sway bar disconnect. And then what does this button do?
I think
See
you
that?
can, it holds one wheel, so if you're in a tight little spot, you can kind of like pivot this thing. That's insane.
Dude, that's sick. The whole top comes off, the whole entire thing. We decided it'd be pretty cool to like have this giveaway end in an epic way, you know, something where like a family can enjoy it. It's almost like the ultimate family car, or like
Perfect.
or for anybody car, you know what I mean?
Good on fuel, cool, off-road capable, and this thing's pretty quick, dude.
Dude, it's pretty dang quick. It's got the R mode right here. I love this steering wheel. Got the red stitching. Man, this thing is just freaking awesome right here. Rear end or the back seats, same exact thing. High quality interior. Dude, this thing is just perfect. Honestly, just out the factory, this thing is ready to go. So I don't think we're gonna do anything to this
Dude,
thing,
out
you know
the
what I mean?
factory, 37-inch tires, dude. That
No
is
way.
insane. You can't even.
Dang.
That's literally the Raptor R. It came with 37s.
What?
That is insane.
Look at them shocks right there, dude. Full solid frame. Dude, I wish we had some time to test this thing out and get it in
Full
the air.
tail lights. Got a whole trunk system. Got everything from factory.
Brand
This is brand
spanking
new.
new.
It's brand new from the dealer, dude.
I think it only has like 200 miles on it, dude.
Ain't even seen pavement just yet.
Dude, they ain't even seen no dirt. That's for
Oh, yeah.
a fact right there. But
Still got little rear window, you know, alignment tools. They just
the
put the
heck?
glass in. They just finished building this
they
thing.
just manufactured this sucker right here. But you know what, guys? One of you are gonna take this sucker home right here. So it's gonna overlap. Basically, today's the last day of the F250, or not the F250, the Ram 2500 plus the Viper giveaway. And so basically, you can get entered today for both giveaways today. You know.
This is going to be a super short giveaway, but we wanted to go ahead and get y'all a chance to
Yes.
get both chances, dude.
Heck yeah. But anyways, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. Drop all your comments and thoughts down below. Stay tuned for what's next, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.